Hey, what's going on, good people?
Not much, man. What's good? What's good with you, D?
Good, man. Welcome, everybody. We appreciate you. I'm Derek, the thought engineer, rocking it with my man, comedian John Yogi. Everything good with you, man?
Everything good, man. Getting ready for this COVID-19 Thanksgiving.
COVID-19 Thanksgiving. Boy, that's something. That's
Yeah.
something right there, boy.
Bro, with the slim turkey, though. The turkey slim.
Turkey
Slim.
Oh, man. Turkeys been suffered this year, man. I don't know if anybody ever ordered turkeys. There's this place that has people that order turkeys. 86,000 turkeys.
A lot of turkeys, D.
The place burned. 86,000 turkeys were ruined.
2020, bro.
Man,
2020.
it's rough, man. It's rough out here.
Bro. 2020.
But ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to Man Talk Mondays. This is an open forum where we talk about everything from religion to politics to relationships. But of course, we do it from a man's perspective. Now, keep in mind, this is not just for men, but we want everybody to join in. Men, women, boys, girls, we want you to join into the conversation. Now, how do you participate? Very simply, drop your comment or your question into the comment section. We can see it, right? So this is how you can be a part of the conversation. And we want you to be a part of the conversation, right? But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into it. Get ready for Man Talk Monday News.
Good evening and welcome to Man Talk Monday News with your host, John D. Blackman. And tonight's top story, giving assignments. Are they or aren't they important? Well, let me just say this. If you late to stuff, we gonna have if you late to everything, if you late for work, if you late for church, if you late for everything, we gonna give you some simple to bring for Thanksgiving so you can be late. You bring like some an extra bag of ice or something. You bring extra napkins or something. We ain't gonna give you nothing important to bring because we gonna be ready to eat and you're gonna be just getting there and then it's gonna be some furniture moving. All right, next. If you on time, we can give you good stuff to bring. You can bring like the plates or the napkins or the silverware because we won't be waiting for you and you timely. God bless you. You are timely. If you have a bunch of kids and people that you bringing with you, we're going to make you bring at least one meat because you're going to eat up, you and your kids going to eat up all the foods. So these are some of the things we come up with when we're giving our Thanksgiving assignments. Remember, if you got a bunch of kids, you got to bring at least one meat and perhaps some soda, okay? All right, so if you can cook or can't cook, let me explain to you what qualifies for cook or can't cook. If you don't see as well as you used to and heavy on the salt, we might put you on the drink list. Bring your appetite and some canned drinks, okay? Also, if you got pets, I'm okay with the dogs if he outside, and I might be okay if he inside. But if you got cats, hell no. Excuse me. If you got cats and he on the stove while you cooking and all that, you don't bring them but a hearty appetite and some napkins and some canned soda, okay? So remember, if you're on time, you get good. If you're late, if you got a bunch of kids, you got to bring at least one meat. And if you got cats, you don't bring nothing but a hearty appetite and some cans of soda. Thank you, guys. And this has been John D. Blackman on Man Talk News tonight. Thank you and good night.
It said bring at least one meat.
Hey, man, it's too many of them. It's too many. If it's that many, y'all, you got to bring at least one meat.
So what's the number? Is it, 4 kids? You got to bring Hey, we like them people, man. They come ready to take stuff home. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna bring your plate? How you gonna have your foil and Tupperware in the car?
Right. And don't have your kids in training. Feed them something during the week. You know what I'm saying? Don't have them starving all week talking about, oh, we're getting ready to go to Auntie May house.
Hey, dude, you gotta bring one meat. You gotta bring some chicken or something. You gotta bring some chicken or something, D. I'm just saying, man.
Janae said, Lord, what the cats do? You know, dogs don't hang out on countertops.
The cat's on the stove, and everywhere, and they got cat hair all over everything. Now you don't bring nothing. You don't bring nothing but a hearty appetite and some canned soda.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into it tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Tonight, what we're going to be talking about is what I will not miss this Thanksgiving. Right? What I will not miss this Thanksgiving. All right. So we know, understand a whole lot of people. This is a huge holiday for a whole lot of families, and everybody's gonna miss being around family and the whole nine. But we want to know what you will not miss this Thanksgiving. Right? So we're gonna get into it. But before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest joining us tonight, all the way from the mountain of Put It Down Right. We have the Thunder God of Love joining us tonight, Mr. Ken Cox. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Good to see you guys again.
You too, man. You too. Good to see you too. You looking good. You looking good.
Yeah, man. He's sharp, brother.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Can you see my necklace though? That's what I want.
Oh yeah, we see you. We see you got the two buttons loose in
man, that's for the older ladies.
Okay. All right, he's advertising, ladies and gentlemen. He's advertising. So how can they reach you?
Oh, you just go to my Facebook, Kenneth Cox Facebook. In fact, I'd like to kind of get a little plug tonight, if you will. I'm getting ready to launch my new show that I'm going to do in 2021. It's called The Queen's Panties. And you can see it on my Facebook channel, Kenneth Cox Facebook. Now, don't let the title fool you. It's not provocative or anything like that. It's a whole series about a guy who's in love with his girl, and he's trying so many different ways to show her how much he loves her. That's all it is.
Nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go check out Mr. Ken Cox on his Facebook page, right?
Yeah. And I'll tell you right up off the bat what I will not miss this Thanksgiving.
What's that?
I will not miss the Dallas Cowboys playing in the stadium this weekend.
Oh, now you ain't talking about Dallas Cowboys in Dallas.
I will not miss the Dallas Cowboys play. I don't care if they losing. I love the Dallas Cowboys.
Hold up, time out. Miss Abigail said, looking like Purple Rain, brother. She said you took her back to Purple Rain with
What do we do? See that?
Purple Rain, brother.
See, that's why I don't dress up for y'all now. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
I will not miss the Dallas Cowboys playing. That's all I'm telling you.
He put on a Dallas hat too. They won yesterday. They won yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did
it off yesterday. They still got to play Thursday though.
Yes.
Thanksgiving Day, they still got to play.
I'm always praying for Dak Prescott, man. I'm hoping that he gets better real soon, not just for the game, but for his own health, man. You know, so I'm a Dallas Cowboy diehard fan.
Okay. Yeah, definitely praying for Dak. Man, we're praying for all of them right now because it's kind of rough for the Cowboys. But all right, Monique said, I will not miss family packing off all the food. Right. Hey, didn't bring nothing but leave with everything.
Listen to me. There is nothing worse than after everybody leave, you going in the kitchen looking for something, and my wife say, oh, no, all that's gone. I'm like, wait a minute. We had a whole nother pan of that left.
Right.
Said, oh, no, they're gone. They took that. Who took it? Call them and tell them bring it back right now. Because they didn't bring, hey, if you didn't bring at least one meat, you should be taking none home.
Right. You got to earn.
You got to earn that one meat you
got to earn the right to take something home, right?
We have all kind of soft drinks in ice chest. And my sister-in-law always tell everybody, don't touch the green tea. I'm taking that home with me. She loved the green tea.
How you claiming stuff before we even get dinner started?
He said, "Don't take." My sister-in-law is don't touch the orange.
The green tea.
It's orange. What's the orange soda? Sunkiss.
Right.
Don't touch the Sunkiss.
Oh, so you got that family member too?
Yeah, I do. I do. Mm-hmm.
Well, we know COVID-19 has ruined a lot of things. It looks like Thanksgiving is one of those things that it is claimed, right? Because we do want everybody to be safe this holiday season with Thanksgiving. We understand you're gonna miss your family the whole nine. But real quick, I just want to know what other events has COVID-19 ruined for you? Right? It's been here almost a year. So what other events has it ruined for you? Me personally, I was graduating. I was supposed to graduate in May with my master's, and we had to do it online. I was ready to fly up because my school's in Philadelphia. I was ready to fly up to Philadelphia and just go get me a Philly cheesesteak and the whole nine. My wife is going with me. We're going to make a whole vacation out of it. And then COVID-19 hit and just ruined it.
Yeah.
So had to do it from your living room, huh?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in front of my computer like waiting on my name to pop up. It's like it's not the same, man. It's not the same. So what other events? Everybody, we want to ask, what other events has COVID-19 ruined for you?
Well, for me, I retired in February of this year, and my plans was to retire from the job and go to work on cruise ships. My plan was to work on cruise ships for 2-3 years and then just ride the rest of it out. But I retired in February, and COVID-19 shut the cruise line down in March, the very month that I had planned to go out. And I'm thankful that it shut it down before I went out, because I would have been stuck on those ships.
Oh yeah. You're right, man. The cruise line has been damaged severely by COVID-19.
Oh boy, what you talking, man? Oh boy, real
if you're looking to invest, cruise lines might be a good investment right now. Because at some point, once they get back going, it's gonna shoot back up. So
it sure is. It sure is. Cruise lines, restaurants, and the bar industry, they have been hit devastatingly. Yeah.
The Bayou Classic. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
You mean they not doing the Bayou? The Bayou Classic was huge, right? I'm a Grambling night, went to Grambling, so let me tell you, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And all of the celebrities, all of the people that go down to New Orleans into the Superdome for Bayou Classic, that is going to be a huge loss for New Orleans.
The State Fair. The State Fair was. Oh man, the State Fair took a beating, brother. I think was it open? Was it open? I can't remember. I remember the corny dog thing. Oh, was it open? I can't remember. I don't think
they did some kind of drive-through thing, which is not the same.
Right. And I tell you guys now, if you think the adults are devastated because of Essence festivals and all of the big concerts and stuff being canceled, or are they trying to find different ways to do it? But I never seen so many little children devastated because they couldn't go to school. I mean, these kids are crying. Some of them are depressed. I even saw in the news here recently where one child committed suicide. They want to go to school. They miss being around their friends and all. These children are amazing to me. So if you think the grown-ups are upset because of the same thing, children are too.
All right. Monique says UNT homecoming. Our Delta anniversary is soon as well. So the Deltas missed out on that. The Delta anniversary, the UNT homecoming, the Zeta Centennial. So a lot of sororities and fraternities are missing out on celebrating some important dates as well.
Yeah, Prairie View, A&M, and Grambling.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The Cotton Bowl Classic.
Yeah,
missed that. Yeah. I mean, so COVID-19 is wrecked shop this year when it comes to events, right?
Yeah, it has.
But this is probably the first major holiday that has really come up. We had 4th of July, but 4th of July is like a little step cousin to Thanksgiving, right?
That's true. Well, 4th of July involves, because I know in Allen, they do a concert, a big concert, man, and it's a couple of 100,000 people out there easy.
Oh wow!
And they have all the vendors come out. They have rides. They do it real big out there, man. not to drive by and not see a person out there.
Lonely feeling, boy.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. Yeah, it was tough.
Maurice says, I was going to visit the Garden Tomb for my 40th birthday. That's postponed for now. Man, your 40th is ruined. That's a pivotal birthday, man.
All I could imagine when I did my 50th, if COVID had been here this year, I would have cried. I would have been just crying. I'd have just cried. I would have just, I can't kick it. I can't kick it. I can't kick it. Cause I would can't use that my 50th.
Yeah, it was a beautiful party too.
Kicked it. All I can think about is, Lord, thank you that it was last year and not this year. That's all I can think about.
Great time, man. Great time. So here we are, COVID-19. What I will not miss for this Thanksgiving, right? There's a lot of things that people are going to miss, but what will we not miss this Thanksgiving? What about the office potlucks?
I never participated in those, so I won't miss that.
We never participate in office potlucks.
We had them, man. We had them. Yeah, I would miss that because people have their stations where their food is at, and generally you would be going through picking out the stuff, what you're gonna eat, and they be standing there by their pot like this. You want some? You want some? Ooh, I can't, bruh.
If they got pictures of their cats on their desk.
I ain't gonna be do it.
Monique said, I don't trust potlucks.
Yeah.
So is office potlucks thing, did we just start paying attention to the food over the last 5 years, or has this always been something? Because I don't remember us paying as much attention to it as we do now. Seems like we just started really paying attention to it, right?
Well, I think with social media, we now start to get a glimpse into people's houses now.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
We see people cutting up with their cats and dogs and everything, and they all in the kitchen. So,
and we'd be like this: you got a cat on the stove, huh? You know your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Melissa says, I only ate the store-bought items only if I opened it first. So she only did the store-bought order. So it got the cookies, a few cakes maybe, right? But that's for the people that can't cook. They go quick.
Man, don't talk about can't cook. I think that's one thing I won't miss. It's a lot of people who are great cooks, especially the older people. Our grandmothers and our mothers could cook. But I knew this girl once, Virginia. I asked her if she could cook a peach cobbler, and she said, "You put peaches in it, don't you?"
Oh no.
I thought, no. You thinking about banana pudding? She said, "Oh yeah."
Hey, anytime somebody have a question mark on the end of something,
right?
We ask somebody, you say, whoa, that's okay, that's all right. We'll get that from somewhere else. Don't you worry about that.
So how many Thanksgivings do you have to have under your belt for people trust your cooking? How many Thanksgivings? For about 3 or 4 people.
I think you got to have at least 2.
At least 2 Thanksgivings under your belt.
Because ain't nobody coming to the first one. It's just gonna be you and your family. I'm telling you, I have been here. Ain't nobody come to the first one. The second one, people gonna start to think maybe she might be able to cook. We'll have to come by on Friday or Saturday to see. And the third one, you might get a few people to trickle in after that. But you gotta have at least 2 under your belt, bro.
Gotta have 2 under your belt. All right. So Debbie says, my excuse is I can't have that. I'm a diabetic, right? So she gotta kind of watch what she eats. So she busts out and tell him, "Hey, I can't do that. I got that sugar." So that's what she say. Oh, baby, I can't eat none of that. I'm diabetic. I can't eat none of that. I got the sugars.
I find that a lot of times it's not really about just the food, although the food is the main attraction. But a lot of times it's just good gathering. You get to see friends and family members that you haven't seen in a while, And then when it comes, I don't know. I've always been kind of finicky. If I'm hungry. I like to eat. But when I get around a lot of food, for some reason, I lose my appetite. I don't really want to eat a lot. So I find myself just munching, but it's just good to see family, man. I think that's the thing that we might miss is some families that are real strong, have strong family values and principles and stuff. We love to see each other.
So whose house do everybody go over? Who's the house? Who got the house that everybody go over?
How do you decide?
We don't, in my family, we don't have, we used to, when my mother was with us, we used to come home to my mother, but now we go to each other's house. I stop by my sister Kathy's house. I'll go out to my oldest brother's house. Sometimes they'll take a chance and come out to my house. Whew. You should taste my dressing. It tastes just like Jiffy cornbread.
You just took some Jiffy and mashed it up.
Yeah.
Put some herbs in there.
But we have a tendency to just hop around to different family members' houses.
Now, this is a challenge for married people, right? You married and you got to try to decide, okay, whose family are we spending the holidays with?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going over your family house? We going over my family house? Ladies and gentlemen, how do you decide whose family you spending the holidays with?
That's a good question though, because if my mother was a cooker, we would probably have a problem. But fortunately, she has worked that out for us because we grew up on tuna helper, pot pies, salmon croquette. And unfortunately, that's not on the Thanksgiving menu, unfortunately. So we won't be going over there to see her. She generally comes over. Everybody normally comes over our house.
My wife croquettes, did you? That was a special Thanksgiving, boy.
and each family tends to bring their best gift, their best meal that they know how to cook. My sister Kathy cooks an excellent dressing. My sister-in-law, she cooks chitlins, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't like chitlins, but my sister-in-law cooks. So everybody bring whatever their favorite dish is, and they'll put it all together, and we have one big, Thanksgiving dinner.
Is it better? Does it work better? I'm sorry, D. Does it work better when everybody's bringing something, or just come over to somebody to mom's house and she doing all the cooking?
It works better that way. For my two oldest brothers, they have big screen TVs. Their TVs are much bigger than mine. So whoever got the biggest TV, usually if the game is on, that's where we're going. We're going where the big TV is, because all the ladies end up in the kitchen. All the guys end up in the living room.
Yeah, because the food can travel, but the TV can't.
There you go.
Melissa said you go to both.
Yeah.
Brian's family eats early, so by the time my family is eating, we're already done. You just greedy. Y'all just, how you going to 2 Thanksgivings?
Because you're not really eating at somebody's Thanksgiving. Right. Either you just going for the fellowship at the second one, and you have eaten at the first one. You may do desserts. You ain't doing 2 Thanksgiving. You have food. It's called food and fellowship. You only gonna do one of them.
I'm gonna poke the bear a little bit. So whose family are you actually gonna eat over? Whose house you gonna eat over? Are you gonna eat at his house and then at your other house be like,
I think the first house gonna win. The first house is winning.
Yeah. So does the first house have the best cooks though?
What if they don't?
Who got the best
factor? Right?
Everybody eating and fixing plates, and if you're not, they're gonna be like this.
Because here's the thing: if you go to the house that can't cook first, by the time you get to the second house, all the good stuff might be gone.
Again, it's food and fellowship. You gonna eat food and fellowship is gonna be the second house.
Selena said you're hungry at the first house. Right? She's right. She absolutely right. Yeah. You're gonna be hungry at the first house. So typically, whoever the first house is, that's the house that got the best cooks.
Because you're hungry.
Because you're hungry.
Yeah.
Right. You ain't going. You ain't doing rinky dink at the first house. You doing, Pearl and Mabel and all them, they get down at the first house. She say y'all trying to start problems. We just trying to see if y'all got it worked out.
Yeah, we help you work it out. Try to help you work it out. Mm-hmm.
This can be an issue for married couples. You know what I'm saying?
Because what then you would take chances. You would take chance. Wouldn't you switch? I mean, not switch, but you would say, okay, we're gonna go over there for Christmas, or we're gonna go over here for Thanksgiving. Because like my daughter, they coming here for Thanksgiving, and they might go with his people for Christmas. I think it's a kind of compromise. Because really, if you go to both places, you're cheating on somebody. I'm gonna call it you're cheating. You're cheating on the second place you go to because your heart really ain't in it and your stomach ain't in it. You just showing up to see the rest of your family. Oh, I said it.
Right. So go ahead.
So does your wife feel uncomfortable because by the time everybody get to her dinner, they've already eaten and they just want a plate to go?
Now you want to be starting something. Michael Jackson said you got to be starting something.
Yeah. They just want a plate to go.
Ooh, boy, I hope my wife ain't listening. I hope she is.
Yeah. Y'all go put this in the back seat of the car. And don't y'all sit on it.
Bro, you know it's funny, man. My wife and her mom really throw down. And so when people come over, when they eat, as soon as they eat, man, this is my pet peeve. As soon as they eat, they grab another plate to go. I'm like, stop it. Right. Everybody eats. And then if there is leftovers, then you take them home, right?
Yeah.
Right. So who puts the rules out? Who puts the rules? You put the rules out?
I don't.
Miss Lewis do.
I used to fuss about stuff, man. Nobody pay me no attention, man. I don't be paying me no attention. I don't run nothing. I think I do, but I don't run nothing. So it'll be Cheryl.
So hey you guys, what about the restaurants that are open on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day, right after everybody has eaten dinner? Then there are some people who are at the restaurants having dinner as if they didn't have family, or what is that? They didn't have family, or they just didn't want to have dinner with family. But there are a lot of restaurants that still open, and people go out to dinner to eat, and they're eating alone.
Now, some people don't have family. Maybe they've moved to a place where they haven't really gotten friends and houses they can go over and kind of fellowship with people. But sometimes, what if it's just I don't like my family? So
not only that. Oh Lord,
Miss Lewis, I'm listening. I don't feel uncomfortable. People generally stay quite a while. So she said she confident in her cooking. She said people hang around. All right. So Monique says I agree, but family will not adhere to the rules. So you can't put rules out for the plates.
Hello.
It's gonna be some fighting up in there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So everybody in the house, we karaoke into some playing games, and you got people standing around the kitchen. All of a sudden you look back and people walking out.
Right.
Like
right.
I see you. Just because you're being still don't mean I don't see you in that plate. I see you.
Like rotating, turn the lights on. But listen, some strange people don't like Thanksgiving food.
I was gonna say that.
Going back to kids' points, some people just don't like it.
Yeah.
And Monique said some people don't want to cook.
Yeah.
Listen, Thanksgiving dinner it's like you stepping up to the big stage.
Yeah.
Right? What? You stepping up to the big stage. This is where you've been cooking little family dinners all year.
Practicing.
It's the one.
You practicing.
Right. It's showtime at the Apollo. This ain't that's a little talent show that you did at the high school. This showtime at the Apollo. You gotta make sure you come with it, or else you might get booed off the stage.
Hey, everybody know when you done messed up something for Thanksgiving, everybody remembers it. Everybody remember if you put too much salt in the dressing,
Yeah.
If you cook, if you burnt the rolls up, if you do, if
turkey dry,
If the
there you
turkey
go.
dry, oh my goodness.
There you
If
go.
the turkey is dry. What about the people? What about the family members? You got family members that you like, man, I am not looking forward to seeing cousin so-and-so. I hope he don't come by. So what about people you don't like for real, for real?
Now, see, it's not really that you don't like them, D. Let me make sure I explain this right. It's not that my friend don't like you. It's not that he don't like you. It's just that he only can deal with you in small doses. Twice a year. Where you gonna be at? You're gonna be over there. I'm gonna be over here. And that's why the holidays are so great, man. We get the chance to see people once or twice a year, and you can go back on to where you were, and we're gonna be good. Because that's just me. It's not that I don't like nobody. It's just that I can only deal with so much of you at one time. Either you loud, either and I'm older now. Can I just sit down and give me a quilt and a pipe so I can just.
and what about that family member that don't show up because he owe everybody money?
Or everybody's at the house trying to figure out how we're gonna raise money to get him.
Yeah.
You got a family meeting at Thanksgiving. Cousin Ray. He got in trouble again. He got behind on the child support payment, so we got to keep him out there.
Yeah.
But think about this though. Go ahead, King. You got something? Go ahead.
You know that's his baby. Look at Well and Charles, and look at Kenna Ray, and you can tell. Look at both of them. That's his baby. All of that come up at the family gathering.
It make you talk. It makes you talk. It makes you talk.
Monique says I can check family. It's the uninvited guests that family brings without asking.
Oh yeah,
the extra miles that you didn't plan for. You're dressing feed 20 people, and here's somebody bring 3 more people. So yeah.
See, it's gonna really be crazy this year because everybody is saying, "Hey, I'm gonna just chill. I'm not that virus out there, that Rona out there. I'm gonna just chill. I'm not gonna really go nowhere." So you say, "Okay, honey, we're not gonna cook that much food because that many people ain't coming." And watch me tell you, I'm gonna be over here next week. I don't know where all these people came from. I already know it because that's how we do. That's how we do, man. That's how we do.
That's when you set you up a booth out front like a lemonade stand, hand out plates. Start charging. Maurice said that part.
Okay, so what about when the dinner is over and everybody starts to leave? Are you glad that it's over with and everybody leaving now, or you hate to see them leaving and you can't wait till y'all get together again?
I think depending on the family, you happy to see them leave, but that's only if it's happened without incident.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You like because we got somebody that's prone to throwing everybody else off, just messing up everybody else's Thanksgiving because they done told something they weren't supposed to tell. Or something went on. What about the family secrets that's revealed at holiday?
Yeah.
You see Missy? See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, God, I will be stopping by even though I said I would. So y'all go ahead and plan for some extra plates.
Exactly.
Well, I don't mind cleaning up after everybody leaves, and it's a lot of dishes that have to be cleaned and stuff that has to be thrown out of the kitchen and the dining room. But it's all the beer cans on the ground in the front yard that they left.
Now this would give me after they eat, everybody go outside to smoke or do whatever they're doing, and they're gonna walk around the block like. What y'all can't walk around these blocks.
Right. Depending on what neighborhood you move to, you can't just walk around the block no more.
Yes, exactly.
Right. You can't be loud in the neighborhood. You can't be in parking, right? Parking on the street.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah,
Some neighbors real sensitive about their park and stuff.
Yes,
so
that's yeah.
make sure you check with your neighbors first.
But what we've learned though, the families don't get together like that. You know, with grandmom and grandpa and great grandma, you saw everybody come over to the house and do all that. My family, at least my family had. It's just my mom and us. We don't really, and both sides of our families actually, but we don't. It's not really a thing because we see each other frequently. So it's not the holidays big. We tell what we get thanks for, but it's like you said. I gotta agree. It's like the Apollo of cooking, though. You get over there, and that's your time to tell jokes. Because this is the only difference between Apollo. It's only one Sandman at the Apollo, but it's 20 of them. We at the house. Yeah, everybody got an opinion about cooking. Mm-hmm.
Right. So you always got that one dish that's sitting there untouched, and everybody looking like the person. Why didn't nobody eat none of this?
My mom and my family got mad at my wife because my mother-in-law had made a peach cobbler, and everybody was. Now we got 30 different dessert dishes in here. They wanted the one that she said they couldn't have. That's the one they wanted.
Of course.
So she was like, "No, I'm not going to cut this until John gets some." And she goes, "John, are you ready for this?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't paying no attention to what's going on. No, I'm good."
You missed out on it.
But you cut in the house.
Wait a minute. About 3 days later, we go in the oven, and the peach cobbler is in the oven. We forgot it was in there.
Oh no!
My mom. Every time my mama see me, she bring that up. Every time she see me, I ain't forgot.
You held the peach cobbler hostage.
Hey man, that was. I don't know. My mom was like, "If that peach cobbler don't come out the oven, it's gonna be some furniture moving."
Monique said we can't serve the alcohol until the extra saints leave.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you wait till the pastor and them come because the pastor and them coming through. Passing them coming through, and the deacons now they come through, they grab a plate, and everybody be looking at them like this. How much longer they gonna be here? They gonna be there long? We got the brown liquor. We got the brown. We ready to pick out the.
Well, hey, you guys, let's go back to something one of the writers said about the traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Some people just don't like Thanksgiving dinner, dressing in turkey. Why is that so traditional, and is that hard to break away from?
I think really it was even from like elementary school. I remember kids, they would take the construction paper and make the little paper turkeys and the whole nine. So turkey was synonymous with Thanksgiving. And then, the fixings is what they call it. So you just got used to that. Yeah, but I feel like people do something completely different for Christmas. They do traditional Thanksgiving. But for Christmas, they go, completely something different. So I think it was kind of ingrained in us. Maybe I know for me, but in elementary school, I kind of remember that.
Yeah. I think that I agree with what that person said. Sometimes you just get tired of eating the same thing. Sometimes Thanksgiving dinner is the same thing they serve at Christmas dinner. You just kind of get tired of it.
But you're only eating it twice. How many times do people make turkey and dressing in a year? I can't think of no time this year where my wife made turkey and dressing.
Yeah, no, you typically wait. Yeah, you typically serve that time. Yeah. Melissa says, "I love Thanksgiving food, and we only get it once or twice a year." So to your point, she agreed. Absolutely.
Yeah, but Melissa going to 2 different places, though. She gonna get a lot of it.
Monique agrees with me. She said you also don't get the Thanksgiving dinner as much, right? So you don't. Most time people don't just cook turkey and dressing just on a random,
Yeah. Turkey is a funny meat anyway. It's big and it's dry, and it's a lot going with turkey anyway. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm not gonna miss. And now you got people with camera phones and stuff. It's typical once you finish a good Thanksgiving meal, what happens? Especially for the guys, what happens?
You start drinking?
No, you sit on the couch and watch football, but what happens?
Start getting sleepy.
You sleep, but you
Yeah.
can't even sleep in peace because people like this.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want to record you sleep. They want to put it on Instagram. They want to put it on Facebook. You can't even take a good nap after Thanksgiving dinner anymore because people want to the itis. You're right, that itis kick in. But you can't even just take a good nap after Thanksgiving anymore because people want to take videos of you.
Yeah.
I won't miss that.
You won't miss that.
I won't miss that. That's some good sleep right there, man.
That itis is some good sleeping.
That is some
Hey, ain't nothing like after that second plate.
Oh,
But that second plate with that second round of dressing,
right.
I'm gonna get the land on you, bro.
Right. We call that the raw.
That's good eating there when you stretch out and you go back for the second time. Yeah, you're at the right house now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Especially if you got a good comfortable couch to sit on too. Oh man, it's over. It's over. But then somebody come around with a camera phone and want to videotape you sleeping with your mouth open. You know, you lay back with your mouth open the whole nine. So
I'm not gonna miss the brown liquor that go on afterwards. You know that brown liquor had you fighting. That brown liquor had you, people get to drinking and talk, playing dominoes, call whatever. And the more liquor they drinking, the more louder they get, and the more food they want to act. Then it make you remember why you don't ever see them but once a year.
Right.
Right. That's right.
So we come together on Thanksgiving to fellowship with one another, with family and friends, to remember what we're so thankful for, and somehow or another that moment get washed away because it's about the food and then the drinking and then the football game and all. But it's just a chance. It's just a great opportunity to look in family members' face that you haven't seen often that year. You get a chance to look in their face. You know they're all right. You know they're healthy. You know they're safe. And when everybody leaves and go back home, at the end of the day, it was a good opportunity to gather.
And the thing about that though, man, this year is gonna be different. It's not only are people not gonna be gathering as much, but you know, a lot of things have happened over the past 6, 7, 8 months, man. So it's gonna be seeing family is actually gonna be a little different this time because we're gonna be so glad to see them. Because a lot has transpired over since the last time we've gotten together.
Yeah. And ladies, I hate to tell you, the living room fashion show gonna have to go on Zoom this year. So your nice Thanksgiving outfit, you're gonna have to put that on Zoom this year. So we're not gonna have a fashion show. You know how people get dressed up for Thanksgiving, boy, they come to the house dressed to the nine. Right.
Hey, one of the things I'm not gonna miss is Easter. I didn't get to see I didn't get to see the Easter stuff. People didn't get the suits, man. They didn't get suited and booted for Easter, man.
Yeah. The old people, the old folks, they come to the dinners and they like to sit back on the sofa and watch all the nieces and the nephews and the grandchildren and the great grandchildren. It ain't about the food for them. I think they know they're in the fourth quarter and they just enjoying seeing the family together.
Oh yeah.
They get a chance to see what they created.
Yeah. The one of the things though, and I agree, we always do before we eat. We go around the house and ask everybody what they're thankful for.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know, some people it's kind of emotional with some people. It's kind of, you know, but it's actually a really good thing, man, for everybody to hear what everybody's kind of thankful for. So, I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that part of it.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot that people are gonna miss about this Thanksgiving, but the important thing is I've seen a lot of people put this post on Facebook said, you know, it's better to quarantine for Thanksgiving rather than having ICU Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, absolutely. So we gotta keep in mind that this thing is still hanging around.
Yeah,
still hanging around. I think I saw. I mean, I hate to break the room down, but
you can break it down. You could bring it down.
That was a family. That was a Hispanic family that had like a birthday party or something, and like the majority of the people came down with COVID-19. So we got to be mindful that the thing is still around.
And but they don't. But this, I think the problem is though, we're not being smart. You can't, a lot of the younger people. It's not a young people thing, but we can't hang out without our mask on and take it for granted that we won't get it. And then you take it back home to the older people, and now everybody has it. We just got to be smart about what we're doing, man. And I think as a habit, it won't be bad if we just be like that moving forward. And that's whether Thanksgiving was coming or not. We just need to be smarter about what we're doing, man.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And it's amazing how people want to do what they want to do. It's like, yeah, we understand you want to have Thanksgiving the way you want to have it, but it's not the same climate. It's not the same situation because this thing is lingering and you got people who are asymptomatic. They don't even show symptoms and they'll introduce this thing into the house. And then a week later, now you got family members sick. It ain't worth it.
It ain't. It's not. It's not. And to reiterate something Derek said at the very beginning, that the things that we missed out on doing, but because we are quarantined and because we are limited as to where we can go and things we can do, I think we need to reverse our thinking about COVID-19 and saying it's not what we can't do this year because of COVID, but let's do what we can do. And even though this is a bad situation, next year and the year after that, this is going to be a memory. So let's just create some memories that we'll have to talk about, how we were locked down, how we were quarantined. Yes, there's a lot of people who are losing their lives, and that's a tragic situation. And some people weren't even out there. They, the nursing homes and stuff. But we have to find a way to make this an enjoyable time. It's not a comfortable time, but it's not a miserable time. We got to just find a way to enjoy what we have, and I think that's what I do. I'm enjoying where I am at this moment.
So he brings up a good point. So anybody that's out there listening, what are some creative ways that you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving this year? Let us know. Tell us. Yeah. Maybe you might help somebody, give them an idea of something they can do to celebrate Thanksgiving that they won't be so down. So what are some creative ways that you guys are celebrating Thanksgiving this year that could possibly help somebody else out? So just hit us up in the comments and let us know.
Well, one way is to we can cook the food and we're not gonna bring it outside, but y'all can drive by and blow. Don't come in and get nothing. Just drive by and blow, and we're gonna wave at y'all and say Happy Thanksgiving. And that'll make everybody happy. Everybody feel safe, and we get to see everybody. Just drive by. Don't come in. Don't bring none. Just drive by.
Now that might sound ridiculous or it might sound redundant, but really that's a good idea because that's what people were doing for their birthdays and their graduations. They were doing the exact same thing. I think I would like for you to just come by and get your Christmas present and keep going. I love you. Good to see you.
Or come by and drop off my Christmas present and keep going.
Yeah.
Right. Do the exchange, right? So Mika said that's right. We have to be smart about how we move. These masks are not only for me, but for our older loved ones, right? So we got to keep everybody in mind this Thanksgiving. So Monique says small, immediate family, no more than 5 people. Cooking smaller this year and Zoom for the rest, right? So you have your immediate family that you deal with and then Zoom for the rest. And Mika agrees. She says having a Zoom family Thanksgiving prayer. It's good. Wow. That's good. That's good. Having a Zoom prayer, right? So you get Uncle Remus on it. All right. Sutherland says Thanksgiving Zoom. All right. So a lot of people are using Zoom for Thanksgiving, which Zoom is great. It's great. My family, my wife's family did a whole family reunion over Zoom. So you can do a lot if
Yeah.
you plan it out and really, you know what I'm saying, really put some creative mind into it. You'll be amazed at what you can do and how you can connect with people still. You know, and you can sit in front of your computer with your plate. Now everything you ain't gonna be eating the same food as everybody else, but not with the same flavor and taste. But at least you get to have that fellowship with people, which is important.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one. Like the three of us right now, we could be in a room laughing and talking to each other, but here on Zoom, we have each other's undivided attention.
That's true.
And so I can talk to you, Derek, about what's going on, how you been, what's going on, what your plans, what your future. I could talk to John about what is that thing he keep wearing on his head every time the show starts off. You know, we have each other's undivided attention, and I can get more information from you when it's just one-on-one like that.
No, that's real. Melissa says Zoom can't give me any food. That's why
I'm with Melissa.
But that means somebody gotta cook in the house.
Hey, Melissa going to 2 Thanksgivings, I told you.
That's right. She's doing the drive-bys, right? Cheryl says making Thanksgiving to-go plates for our older family members would be helpful.
Oh, that's good.
Great point.
That's good.
Great point.
Good.
All right. So if you have people who are high risk, just make them a plate, send it to them.
No,
Melissa said 3 different places.
It's just 2 different.
She said 3 different. So she got 3 places lined up. Right. I see a lot of working out in your future, Melissa. I see a lot of working out in your future.
I did. I'm a
good point, Ken.
I'm gonna change the tempo just a little bit. My granddaughter, I absolutely love my granddaughter. She just turned 16, but I have already put together a will, because you don't know when if you catch COVID, if it's going to be this week, next week, or whatever. So I already started putting together little wills, written wills, and I've already talked to certain family members that if anything happened to me during this COVID, this is what I want done. I know it's not done legally, but I'm at least trying to prepare just in case I do catch it. Everybody knows what my plans were.
No. You know, I was watching the Kevin Hart comedy special on the other day, and it was different. Mm-hmm. It was social distancing, and it was a different era about it. And I was sitting there rejecting it, and I thought, you might as well stop. This is the new norm, and I think people are fighting what they want and trying to get back to the normal when the normal is going to be changing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the normal is going to be the normal anymore.
Yeah. I remember a guy saying one time, he said, if you don't change with the change that's changing, you will be changed in ways undesirable.
Wow.
So either you make the adjustments or the fight that you put up will probably cost you more than you really want to pay. So we got to keep this in mind and keep that in the forefront. Listen, this is affecting everybody. So, and it's something where it's not just about me. It's not just about me getting sick, because I could be somebody who is asymptomatic and I can affect a whole lot of other people, especially people who are high risk, the older people who have pre-existing conditions. So we got to be mindful and just think about the next person. Just think about the next person. We can still have a good time. You can get full, the whole 9, but let's be mindful this year.
Well, and also, if you have to go, if you are going somewhere, get tested. Get tested. To have things in place now that could turn it around in a couple of days, just get tested. Because one of the things we're saying to everybody, listen, you don't have to come to our house. We tested and we good. But I want you to be somewhere where you feel safe and where you feel comfortable, where you can relax, and where you don't feel like you're scared about catching something. So if that means you stay at home, if that means you go wherever you got to go there. But I just want you to be safe and be able to enjoy your Thanksgiving as well as your Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Tondon said, this is Josh. Now what you could do is have a barbecue outside. So she said, maybe you just take it from indoors to outdoors, right? So this is ways people are getting creative with this. You know, you have it outside where you're not in the confined space, so it gets a chance to circulate through the air.
No, we're not doing that.
So, but we haven't had cold weather yet. Thanksgiving.
That's
so
the thing.
Probably could still, you know.
And if people wanted to come by for plates or something, they could do that. That's hey, listen, they take them home and everything anyway. So if they want to come by and grab plates, what's the difference? Right. We'll take it out to the car. Y'all keep it moving.
All right.
I tell you what I would like more than turkey and dressing, more than pumpkin pie, a creative way to celebrate Thanksgiving is for my friends and family to give me my flowers now. I would love it if they didn't come, but each one would call me and tell me, this is what you mean to me, and this is how you touched me over our lifetime. I think that, yeah.
Kenny, that's a final thought. We getting ready for the final thought. You want to say that to your final thought? That's a good one.
That's great. It's great stuff.
So you want to say that to your final? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
So let me get real quick. Trish says, make sure. Kim pointed out that you want to get your will and stuff done. She says, I must implore you to legalize your final wishes and affairs. Don't leave a mess behind. Don't leave that behind for people to clean up. But make sure you legalize everything. So final thoughts.
Okay, as I was saying a moment ago, I would let that be my final thought. Call your friends and call your family, your loved ones, and let them know if you're not coming to Thanksgiving, if you're not coming to any of the holidays, call them and tell them what they mean to you and how they've touched your life. I think they would appreciate knowing that and feeling that moment rather than eating food.
Well, my final thought is, if you can't be with the ones you love, reach out to them, call them. But more importantly, because fellowship is it's not just about being in the same room. Get on the computer, get on the internet, FaceTime, do whatever you have to do, but just let each other know how much we love each other and how much we appreciate each other, man. Because really, Thanksgiving is all about fellowship, and there's more than one way to skin a cat. So let's be smart, and you guys have a happy holiday.
With the lives COVID-19 has claimed, reaching over 250,000, it's clear that there's going to be a lot of people this year who are celebrating without having people that are very close to them with them. And this is their first time experiencing holidays this way. So let's be mindful of people who are experiencing this year. It's already enough that we can't really celebrate with family members like we want to. But what about the family members who you did celebrate with last year and they're not around this year? A lot of people are going to be experiencing this. It's going to be their reality. So I say for everybody else, whether you've experienced loss or not, check on people. If you know somebody who's experienced loss this year, and you know the holidays are typically tough for people who suffered loss, check on them. See about them. Have compassion. Compassion is empathy plus action. So it does no good to just pray for them. It does no good to just say, you'll be on my heart. Let them be on your Zoom call. Let them be on your phone call. Let them be on your text message or something. But reach out to people in this time and let them know that you're thinking about them, that you love them, and that they're not alone, and that they don't have to shoulder this pain all by themselves. Be there for somebody this year. Check on your people. Make sure they're okay, especially those who suffered loss of loved ones during this time. And that's our King speak for this week.
Wow, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff, Willis.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Got to check on the people, man. Got to check on them.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what would be really beautiful, man, and I didn't get to say this. I thought about it, but I didn't say it. I lost my mother 2 years ago, And when we were clearing out the house and clearing out everything, I found a birthday card she had for me, and it had $5 in it.
Oh wow.
And that was a year that I didn't come by the house to see her on my birthday.
Oh wow.
But there, and I won't spend it. I still got that card with that $5 in it. I would tell you guys to tell the kids to write their grandparents a letter for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. Write them a letter. Have your parents to write your grandchildren a letter. That's something that we don't do anymore, is write letters and mail them. But that's something that they'll have that they can cherish for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
Good, man. Good, man.
Hey, we appreciate everybody. We enjoyed you all too. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks everybody that joined us tonight. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We wish you the best. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next Monday right here on Man Talk Mondays.
Y'all be blessed.